Hello, hello, I Sell Medicare Plans world. This is Faye, of course, and you know I sell Medicare plans. Our guest today is one who is going to help us because as you're selling those Medicare plans and you're building that big, big book of business, what is your plan for your future? You're helping people every day. You're helping people one by one, or you're helping them in groups when you're doing your one on one Medicare education meetings. You have become so good at helping others. But how have you planned for your success? How have you planned for what you will do when you no longer feel that you want to get up in the morning and run an 8 hour day? You don't want to be in the field. You don't want to go into one more home, or you don't want to conduct one more library meeting. What are you going to do? So, my guest today is Terry Alford. Terry is an expert in helping people to plan for their future. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Miss Faye. How are you today?
I am excellent. I am so happy that we were finally able to get together.
Yes,
We
yes.
we've been trying
Perfect
for a
time.
while.
No time like the present.
Right, right. So for our audience, I want them to know that I have been trying to get with Miss Terry for a little over a year, but we're both busy. And you all know busy people get things done. So, Terry, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing so far.
Okay, well, excellent. First of all, thank you very much for reaching out to me and being interested in having me be a guest on this wonderful podcast. And again, my name is Terry Alford, and I am the owner and founder of TNA Financial Group. We specialize in helping business owners create, grow, and protect their retirement with a solid exit strategy and an incredible legacy. I have had the entrepreneurial journey speed up for me, and I feel like now I'm at a place where I am scaling my business, and my business is growing faster than ever, and I just feel like I can attribute a lot of it to my mindset, this season, my faith, and me just literally writing down what I want and making it plain, making that vision plain. And so some of the things that I have been working on behind the scenes is I have been working on professional development for me. So the ladies who are listening to this podcast, cheers to you, because the first thing that you need to do to go next level in your business or even your personal life is to make sure that you are getting that personal and professional development. So I have had quite a few coaches, and I've been in different coaching programs, some good, some not. some some I was like, I wish I had done just a little bit more research. But other ones they were great, but I still felt like there were things missing. And so long story short, I decided to leave my former IMO that I had partnered with, and I decided to go independent. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to still help women who may not wanted to work with me directly. So from there, I actually started an individualized coaching program just for specific women, a small group of women who would like to work with me. But I spend majority of my time helping business owners create, grow, and develop their retirement plan. I have a background in education. Before I went full time in my business, I was a principal, a STEM school principal to be exact. And I love teaching. So I just tell people in a nutshell, I am a highly paid educator. That's what I do. When I meet with my clients, my goal is to educate them. And after I give them the education and the recommendations, then they tell me what they would like to do next. So again,
Oh,
thank you for having me here.
that is so exciting, and a highly paid educator.
That's it.
I know a few people who work with me who come from that education background, and they are excellent. They're really, really good because actually when we're in a sales situation, what we're doing is educating. And when we learn how to actually educate the person or the persons that are in front of us in the way that they're able to receive what we're telling them, we're truly educators. So now, what are some of the steps or what are some of the ideas that, let's say, I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
Let's say we have an insurance professional, could be male or female, who has now, they're maybe in their, I'm going to say their fourth year, because traditionally or generally with Medicare, after the third year, you're in a pretty solid residual income level. So they're in their fourth year of business. So now they're starting to think about, what am I going to do for the next year, the next 3 years, or the next 5 years? Or even if they're, what will I do when I'm ready to have to exit this? What are some of the suggestions, or how would they go about even thinking about what steps they should take to think about that?
Okay. Well, as an educator and educational leader, we would always begin with the end in mind. So you think about where you want to be. And I always say, in order for you to be financially free, you must know exactly where you are and where you want to be. So start with the end in mind and decide, okay, I want to retire, or I want to be able to have X amount of dollars coming in without me doing any work in 5 years. And here's the thing, being in the financial services space, the insurance space, some people would consider it network marketing, depending on how you built your business. It's easy to be around entrepreneurs who've done well, and they'll say, oh, you should have a goal to make $500,000, $1 million, $2 million. Well, here's the thing. There's a big difference between profit and revenue, profit and income. So if you want to have a strategy in which you can truly have those residuals set up to where you can be financially free, take a look at your income statement. If you do not have a dream financial team, get you a dream financial team. Even though you are a financial professional, you do not have to be the source of all knowledge. Now, I have an undergraduate degree in finance. I know quite a bit when it comes to finance and accounting and all of that. But ask my CPA, do I do any of those? No, I do not. I just pay her to do it. I pay someone to handle my bookkeeping. I pay someone to do my taxes. I pay someone to make sure that they hold me accountable. I needed a financial accountability partner, because I am what you would consider a how can I say it? I'll say it this way. So sometimes when you are a very ambitious woman, you have all of these ideas and you want to try everything, right? And so
Right.
for me, I had reached a point in my business where I was making so much more money as a business owner than I was an employee, to where whenever there was an opportunity, I was like, oh, I'll try that swipe. I'll try that swipe, because I knew the money was going to be there. I'll try that swipe. And before long, I was like, I've paid for all this stuff and I haven't even had the time to use it or implement it. And so I'm saying that because sometimes it's not about making the money. Sometimes it is about managing the money and making sure that we have a good idea of what our profits are versus our revenue. So if you want to have a $500,000 business, okay, your business may bring in $500,000, but what percentage of that is going for operating expenses, payroll, marketing expenses, like what percentage of that is profit? And I'm glad that you brought me on today, because I was actually just looking at my own finances, because it is the first quarter. So my CPA gave me homework. I always give my clients homework. That's why I like her, because she's a lot like me, just more so on the budgeting and bookkeeping and financial management side. As far as like, Terry, you got all this money coming in, but you got to make sure that you use the money from the right account for this thing. And as simple as that is, and there are still some of us who just need that accountability partner, right? I'll say, oh, I want to have this big event, and because the money is in my account, I'm like, I got the money, let me go ahead and make that big deposit. It's there, I got it, money coming my way. But when I'm doing that, if I'm not actually sitting down and looking at my budget and holding myself accountable to my end goal, I may overspend. I may overspend because I'm incredibly excited, or I'm incredibly optimistic about what may happen. And it's true, the money may be there. But if you use that money, you have to make sure that you have enough to use that money, and you still are able to have a process and proven system. Your income is predictable. So when you do decide to exit, you're good to go. Now, one of the things I wrote down is, if you are, let's say if you are between 0 and 250,000 in your business, here's typically what your percentages should look like. So if you have a separate account, by the way, let me say this too, because I don't know if this is something you've talked about, but if you are a 1099 self-employed person and you are getting paid all of your commissions directly to your personal bank account, I'm going to tell you, stop doing that. Go get you an official business number, register your business, get you an official business account, have your business income go into that account, and then pay yourself. Okay, so I'm just put that there. So you should have 50% of what you have. You can have 50% of that going to you as the owner, and then 30% of that set aside for what may be operating expenses, just depending on what type of business you have, what's the nature of your business. Operating expenses could be gas, it could be birthday cards that you mail out to your clients, it could be mailers if you have an upcoming luncheon. Put aside 15% for taxes. Of course, we do want to write things off so we don't have to pay taxes. Sometimes we just have to pay. Sometimes we have an incredible year and Uncle Sam is like, see, for me, I had a couple of years like that. I decided to build a home in 2020, and I am not married. I've never been married. I don't have any children. And in 2020, my income fluctuated, but my highest month in 2020 was $19,000, all self-employed income. So as you can imagine, Uncle Sam was like, "Hey Terry, how you been?" And so I was like, "Oh goodness!" So I'm telling you these things because, as insurance professionals, as financial professionals, sometimes we put this extra pressure on ourselves and thinking we have to do everything for ourselves or by ourselves to reach our financial goal or our retirement goal. But I'm here to tell you, if you want to have a solid exit strategy and a phenomenal legacy, get you a dream team, plan with the end in mind, and then from there, get a good idea of your revenue versus your profit. I'm sorry. Did I answer your question? I think I answered.
So, well, the way I heard this, Terry, let me
Okay.
just recap, make so if I understand it, then the audience will understand it. So, even though we have these grandiose ideas, and then as we've worked hard and we've all been trained by professionals to do what we need to do, and finally we're doing it, and we have all this income, this is how it should be broken down. Number one, it should be to a business entity. All of that income should be paid to a business entity. And that business entity should pay me, the individual owner, 50%. 30% should be set aside for my marketing, my operating, everything that I got to do, my birthday cards, my social media ads, my whatever, that 30%, but I could break that 30% down however I need to, but that should be no greater than 30% of what my income is that's coming in. Because now the example I gave you was 4-year person. We have a very good idea of what we're going to receive every month by that time. So then that takes care of 80%. Then you're saying 15% set aside for taxes because Uncle Sam, even though he's sometimes our closest uncle and sometimes our uncle that we don't want to speak to, the uncle that comes to the party that you don't really want to talk to.
Right.
So sometimes he's that person. So set aside 15% for him because you never know when he's going to show up. And then that 5%, that additional 5% is going to be your profit.
You
Is that
got
right?
it. That's right. Your additional 5% is your profit. Now, if you want extra credit when you're doing your homework, you can actually create separate accounts for all of these. They call that strategy the profit first method. That way you can really see what you are profiting. And then also with that tax account, if you owe taxes, you have the money. Like you don't have to get on a payment plan. You just say, okay, here you go, right? And if you don't owe the money, then guess what? That's like an extra savings account for you. Now, when you do pay yourself 50%, that 50% can be broken down because that 50% is not just all going towards your personal expenses. Some of that should be going towards your retirement plan, your exit strategy, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Because even let's say you do have your residuals from 4 years. That's great. It's a great place to start. But I can tell you, I love Chick-fil-A, by the way. That was the first place I ever worked. Okay. When I worked at Chick-fil-A, I would order, when people ordered a number one with the Coke, the order was $5.25. I went to Chick-fil-A the other day. I was trying to be healthy and I ordered just one order of grilled nuggets, one little box of grilled nuggets. She said, your order is $9, and I didn't even hear the rest. $9? But look, this is the grilled chicken. $9? I used to be able to get so much more from Chick-fil-A for $9. I use that as an example to say the money that you're making right now may be sustainable for now, but what about 10 years from now?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What you used to could get for $10,000 10 years ago, you can't get that for $10,000 today.
No, we recently bought a home and we bought houses over the years. We bought and sold houses, but this is the most that we've ever paid for a house. Yes, it's new construction, but everything. Even your food, you go to the grocery store, eggs, are so expensive now. So everything is so much more. So yes, and you have to kind of plan for that inflation. I'm so happy that you let us know that out of that 50%, it's not that it's just all ours. From that 50%, because it's paid to me, the individual owner, I should also be planning out of that what I'm setting aside for the future, for those increases, for all of that. Terry, you have been so informative today, and I thank you so very, very much. And you just don't know how happy I am that we were finally able to connect. Now, how is it that someone can get in touch with you?
Oh, great question. So one of the things that I will share is if you are in the Medicare space, I'm gonna give you one tip. But as I give you this tip, if I give you this tip and you use this tip, you have to reach out to me and say, Terry, I used your tip. Okay. All right. So here's the tip. The tip is, as you are meeting with your clients, you may discover that they had a 401k or 403b at a former employer, right? And if they do, there's an opportunity for you to protect their money from loss. If you have a life insurance license, you can do that if they qualify, right? So I want you to just do your research, do your homework. That's all I'm going to share. But here's what I will say. You can reach out to me by either reaching out to me via phone, 682-305-1593. That is my office number. When I am not available, my assistant Gabby will answer. The second way you can reach out to me is that if you want to schedule, let's say, a 15-minute virtual coffee for us to just talk, or you want to learn more about what I do and how I do it, then you can reach out to me by going to bit.ly, bit.ly/book with Terry. Capital B, capital W, capital T. bit.ly, BIT, period, LY, /capital BOOK, capital WITH, capital TERRI. Book with Terry. The third way that you can get in touch with me and be able to learn more about ways that you can build wealth, because I do specialize in helping business women build wealth, is you can actually join my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Business Women Building Wealth. And if you want to be a part of that group and be able to continue to get more information and education, you can go to jointerry.com. jointerry.com. We also, within TNA Financial Group and the Business Women Building Wealth, we do have a luncheon planned for May 6th in Hurst, Texas. So if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we would love to see you. It will be a business empowering event. Tickets are only $35, and it will be an incredible opportunity for you to network, get some more cute pictures, and be able to learn more about how you can build wealth as a businesswoman. Thank you, Miss Faye. I love being here.
I'm going to ask you one more time. May I have that phone number again?
Ma'am, 682-305-1593.
Okay. Thank you so very, very much. I have so enjoyed talking to you. You make my job easy because I love guests who can come on and just go right through it. Tell us everything we need to know and don't mince words. Just let us know what we need to do and how we need to do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Well, if you ever want me back, just let me know.
Okay, I will. I sure will.